Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. I know it has been a hot minute since I have sat down and filmed. I have been going through a lot of changes in life and my sleep schedule is so crazy messed up. I'm currently on the complete opposite sleep schedule that I am used to for all of my life. So I've been trying to adjust to that and it's been quite a challenge to say the least. I'm very fatigued. So I'm just trying to kind of find a way to get back into filming. I do miss it and I have something really eye-catching to film with today, and that is the Charlotte Tilbury The Beautiful Skin Foundation. This just launched a few days ago and I knew I needed to try it. While on my time off from YouTube, I have started a Charlotte Tilbury collection. So I really like her products and they're just so luxurious and just elegant, and so I wanted to start a collection of some of her lipsticks and just some of her iconic products, like her Hollywood contour one. You know, that is so hard to get. I've been trying to get my hands on it for months and I finally got it, and this foundation came out and I want to try her bronzer in the future. There's just a lot of good products that she has, but for today's video we are going to be focusing on this product. This is supposed to be for dry skin, so that's how I know that I had to have it, because you know your girl over here has dry skin. So if you guys want to hear my thoughts on this foundation, make sure you keep on watching. Please consider subscribing to my channel. I know I've been away for a little bit, probably about a month or two, and it's just been kind of hard finding a routine to film just because, you know, my sleep schedule, I'm on a complete opposite schedule now, and it's just been kind of hard to adjust to a new schedule. So I don't know that I'm going to upload every week. It might be kind of sporadic. I want to get back on schedule to uploading every week, but it really just depends on, you know, what's going on in life and how, you know, I'm currently adjusting and what's going on and things like that. But we're going to focus on this bad boy today. I'm really excited and I have a lot of new makeup to try on camera for you guys that I've just been accumulating over, you know, the last month or two. So I'm excited for that. You guys will see some upcoming videos for new makeup as well. So yeah, let's get right into this. Please consider subscribing to my channel. It means a lot to me and it would help me out so much. Make sure you turn on your notification bell so you are notified every time I do upload, and you can check out my social medias if you want to. They're down below in the description bar, and let's jump right into this video, guys. So let's talk about this new foundation. So this is called the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Medium Coverage Liquid Foundation with Hyaluronic Acid. Anytime I see hyaluronic acid, I need it. If you have dry skin, you know what I'm talking about. It's just so good for keeping your skin hydrated, especially during the winter. My skin, I know it doesn't look dry because I have a lot of dew to my skin, but I promise you, I have dry patches. My skin is very dry. It happens every winter. And even in the summer, I get dry patches as well. So I tend to use skincare products and makeup products that have hyaluronic acid in it for my skin, just because my skin is so dry. So this does retail for $44. Now, we all know that Charlotte Tilbury is not a cheap brand. It is very expensive, very luxurious. She is known for her formulas and her packaging, so you can expect to pay $40+ for a lot of her products. Even her lipsticks are really expensive, but you know, you get what you pay for essentially. So that's another thing that I wanted to kind of test out is, you know, see, is her brand really worth the hype? And according to a lot of people, it is. So this is supposed to be a long wearing foundation. It's supposed to be a natural finish. While I do prefer a more radiant or dewy finish, I can settle with a natural finish. If you have severely dry skin, you know that matte finishes can be really hard to work with, so I tend to kind of stay away from those, but a natural finish, I don't mind that either. This has medium coverage, it has the hyaluronic acid in it, it's cruelty-free, and it is best for dry, combo, and normal skin. So it doesn't say it's meant for oily skin, so you know, if you are oily, maybe I would say steer clear of it. It really just depends how much oils you have that come through during the day. This is a 16-hour natural glow foundation with buildable medium coverage to hydrate, smooth, blur pores, and brighten skin. Now, I don't know about you, but I am not wearing my foundation for 16 hours, so I'm just going to take their word for it that it will last 16 hours. Sephora's website also mentions that this is free of parabens, formaldehydes, formaldehyde releasing agents, phthalates, mineral oil, and a bunch of other ingredients, which is great because for somebody who has very acne prone skin like I do, you can see I have all these red marks all over my face because they're post acne marks. I tend to steer clear from all those pore clogging ingredients that are so bad for your skin. So I do like that this is free of a lot of ingredients, and it has less than 1% synthetic fragrance, which is great. I don't like to use products that have fragrance in it. Sometimes it's hard to find products that don't have fragrance in it, like skincare, for example. A lot of skincare has fragrance in it, and a lot of foundation have fragrance in it, but I like that this has less than 1%. We will go ahead and smell it and kind of see if, you know, there's a scent. And there was a clinical trial of some sort that was done with this foundation. And it says here, in a daily test held over 4 weeks, 312 people reported a 181% increase in visible plumpness and smoothness, a 166% increase in hydration, and a 285% increase in radiance. And those are all right up my alley. So yeah, I knew when I read about this that I needed to try this. I needed to have it. It just sounds so good for my dry skin. So this is the outer packaging, and it just kind of goes over basically what I just read up to you. It says it's long lasting, it has pollution defense, which in today's day and age is kind of a big deal. You know, you're looking at your phone, some makeup products have blue light filtering of some sort to kind of help your skin not age from, you know, seeing blue light all day. You have the pollution outside with the cars and just everything like that. So I'm kind of a fan of having pollution defense in my makeup. 285% say skin looks more radiant. We're gonna see about that. Truthfully, we are. This says here it has undetectable coverage. It improves the look of skin with each wear, which is one thing that I like about foundations that have skincare in them. Any makeup that has skincare in them that's gonna improve your skin over time. I am more drawn to those types of products. I'm more inclined to wear those types of products. So yeah, I'm here for that. Clinically proven results, and over 90% of the users agree that it minimizes the appearance of pores, reduces the appearance of pigmentation and dark spots, and skin instantly appears brighter. So just hearing all those things really just got me wanting to try this product. So let's take it out of the outside packaging here. So she does come in a squeezy tube here. I don't know if I said how many shades there were. Hold on, let me count. So on Sephora's website, there are 30 shades. That's pretty good to start off a foundation range. I know Charlotte Tilbury has other foundations that are already out there, but 30 shades, I can get by that. This is the packaging. You can see it is in a squeezy tube. Charlotte Tilbury is known for her gold accent on her packaging, so I'm not surprised that this has any gold in it whatsoever. It does say up top here, Charlotte's Beautiful Skin Foundation for your best healthy looking skin day every day. We're gonna go ahead and apply this to the face. I got the shade 1 Neutral because I didn't know what shade I would be, and it's so hard to shade match. Even in store, I have trouble shade matching sometimes because the Sephora's I go to, I don't know, I feel like they're not that well lit, and it kind of is like makes it a little difficult to shade match. So this looks kind of orange in the packaging here, but sometimes I find that foundations look a little bit darker in see-through packaging and then they come out and then they match me. So let's hope that this matches. I believe it's a neutral undertone since it says neutral. I'm guessing I prefer neutral undertones or cool undertones. So let's get some out of the packaging here. Did I say this was a squeeze tube earlier? I'm so sorry. I meant this has a pump. I originally thought this had a squeeze tube because you can squeeze this, but it has a pump actually, which is really nice. So I'm just gonna start with one half of the face here. There's not really a fragrance. Yeah, not really a fragrance, but let's go ahead and blend this in and see what we think. Also, I'm not applying any primer. I just want you to know that. I don't plan on wearing this very long. This video is not a wear test of any means. And of course, if you're wearing earrings, you're gonna get foundation on them. That's the one thing I hate about wearing jewelry with makeup is you always get makeup all over them. Right off the bat though, this is looking beautiful. I don't know if you guys can see. It looks very luminous, and keep in mind, I put my skincare on at 6:30 this morning and it is currently 5:33 p.m. So almost 12 hours ago I put my skincare on and I haven't done anything different to my face, and you can see it looks beautiful on the skin. Let's go ahead and apply some to the other side. I think it's doing a really good job of covering as well. I would agree that it is a medium coverage, but I think you'd be able to build this up. And I do have some dryness on my nose, so we will see if that clings to any dryness. I would say the shade it's a little dark for me. I don't know if you can tell that much on camera. It's not terrible, but it's definitely not my shade per se. I do have a hard time finding shades that match me, I'll be honest. It's just near impossible when you're this fair to really find shades that match you. So if that happens to you, I promise you, you are not alone. I'm here to tell you that it happens to me too, for sure. But so far, I'm liking the coverage of this. I think it looks really, really pretty on the skin. This is my first Charlotte Tilbury foundation that I'm testing out, so I can't tell you or compare it to any of her other foundations just because I haven't tried them. And the reason I haven't tried them is because I think they were more like matte foundations, and you guys know me, I need to have a hydrating foundation or I just won't wear it just because of my skin type. So here is an up close. You guys can see it's laying really nice on the skin. I don't think it's clinging to any dry patches, which is really nice because I do have that problem, especially in the winter. But the skin, she's looking real good, I must say. I think the coverage is pretty nice. Like I said, I think it is medium. It did kind of even out my skin tone. You can see a little bit of my hyperpigmentation and my red marks, but other than that, I do think like the skin is looking pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I think it looks really, really nice. I do feel, I can't tell if it's oxidizing or not. I feel like it maybe is starting to get a little bit darker on my skin, so that's just something to keep in mind. I really like the way that this looks, but I don't know if I like the color on me. Like, I don't think you guys can really tell on camera, but in person it's definitely different, a different shade. But I'm gonna go in with ABH, the Magic Touch Concealer, and just conceal any blemishes that I might have. I've been loving this concealer, you guys. It's so good. And I have dry under eyes and I don't think it bothers me, which is really nice. And the coverage is really good on it as well. So I'm just gonna blend this into my eyes here and on my lid as well. Sometimes using concealer can kind of help lighten a foundation, so I'm just gonna bring the rest down on the side here. You can see that concealer just covers everything up. It is my favorite ever since I bought it, and I do have a review of it up on my channel, so you can check that out if you want to. And the concealer is blending into the foundation really, really well. I think things are looking really good. And for powder, I am going to go ahead and use the Charlotte Tilbury, the Flawless Airbrush powder, just because usually companies make products, they formulate products to go well with their products that they already have out. So we're going to go ahead and use her powder. And I am going to use a Rose & Ben Beauty C41 brush. If you guys have not checked out Rose on Instagram, she does daily tutorials on her Instagram stories. She does IGTVs. She does makeup tips and tricks. She is just awesome, and she came out with her own brush collection. I'm so proud of her because these brushes are really, really nice. So I'm going to go in with the Charlotte Tilbury, and we're going to go ahead and start setting our face with this brush. This brush picks up so much product, and it's such a soft brush that it's not going to disrupt your foundation, and it fits right underneath the eye as well. The bristles are just soft enough that you can really like play with them, and they're very flexible, which is nice. I'm kind of at that stage where my skin gets so dry that powder and I almost don't get along sometimes. I have to really be careful when powdering my face. But this powder is setting the foundation really, really nice. So here's the foundation set with powder, and I think it looks pretty good, honestly. I don't really see any issues with it. Keep in mind, I do have some dryness on my nose on each side, and that's how it is for me. So if you do see any dryness on my nose, that's always there. I cannot get rid of it for the life of me. But what do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments below how you think the foundation looks. I think it looks very beautiful. I think it looks healthy. I think my skin looks plump. I really like the way that this looks. I'm very impressed so far. The only problem is the shade that I picked up. I don't think it works for me personally. And this is the lightest shade, so I'm just gonna have to deal with it if I want to wear the foundation. But I do wish foundation companies would come out with foundations light enough that, you know, aren't dark. This undertone is okay for me. I don't want to say it has an orange undertone because it doesn't have an orange undertone. It may appear like that on camera, but it's a little bit deeper than I want it to be. I wish it was a little bit lighter, like maybe one shade lighter, and I think it would be good. But I think I could get away with wearing this. So if you do have a similar skin tone to me, I think you could get away with wearing it. I think on camera it appears to match my neck, but in person I can promise you that it's a smidge darker. I'm gonna go finish my face off camera and then I will be right back to give you my final thoughts. Okay, you guys, so I just want you to know I do not have any false lashes on. This is what I use, the new Rare Beauty mascara. It is so good, you guys. Look at my lashes. They look beautiful. So if you're on the hunt for a new mascara and maybe you don't like wearing lashes, or, you know, they're just not comfortable, because I know that feeling, girl, this mascara is really good. All right, you guys, so we are back with the finished look here. First of all, I tried the Pillow Talk lipstick for the first time and I kind of love it. It's like, I don't really know how to describe it. Like on camera, it looks more pink, but in person, it is that like brownie pinky nude color. It looks really, really beautiful, but I feel like on camera it doesn't quite match what I'm seeing in person, but I still like the color. It looks really, really nice. Comes in this beautiful gold packaging, and even though it's a matte formula, it doesn't feel like anything on the lips. Feels really nice. And I did go in with the Pillow Talk lip liner as well. I like these look really nice. But aside from the lipstick, I knew I just had to try it because it's so iconic. Everybody talks about it. It's the best seller for Charlotte Tilbury. What are we thinking about the face here? I think we look really, really good. I think the skin, she's glowing, she's flawless, she's looking really nice. I'm really impressed, and we have such a nice glow to the skin. Like, I don't feel that the foundation is a natural finish because I have this much glow to my skin still. Now, I do use a lot of glowy skincare products, but keep in mind, I did my skincare almost 12 hours prior to putting this foundation on. I do even have a dry patch over here on the side of my nose, and I don't think that it's even emphasizing that dry patch nearly at all, which is really, really nice. Just because for me, that's one of my biggest things. Like, if foundation's gonna cling to dry patches, I don't wanna wear it. It's just how it is for me. But I think the skin looks good. I think this is giving me coverage, medium coverage for sure. I do think you could probably build this up. A lot of people's complaint with hydrating or glowy foundations is that they tend to emphasize texture or pores. I would agree with that statement. Usually that is what happens. You know, you can see I have pores. You know, I have pores here. I think it's one of those things where you can't always cover up pores. You can minimize them, but you're never going to cover them up completely. But I think even over my pores don't look bad at all. I think my pores look minimized, and I feel like my skin looks natural. Of course, I have, you know, bronzer, blush, lipstick, all that stuff on, but I still feel like my skin from afar would look a little bit more natural, not too glam of foundation, but if you build it up, I think you could definitely get up to that full coverage. And I wouldn't say it's tacky, but you can feel it with your fingers on, you know, your face. That's just something to keep in mind. Now, I did a very light powder. I did not use a lot of powder whatsoever, just because I had to be careful with my dry patches, how much powder that I use. It doesn't feel overly tacky. I can barely, you know, feel it on my fingertips, but I can feel it a little bit. But yeah, let me know, you guys, down in the comments what you guys think. I think this looks really, really beautiful. And I think if you have dry skin, you should try it and see what you think. If you don't like it, return it. You know, that's the motto, okay? If you don't like something, send it back. Because we're not here to have products that we don't like, okay? 2022 is the year. If I don't like something, it's going back. I used to never return products back in the day because I would just, I don't know, something would get to me. My anxiety would get the best of me. Not this year. We're sending stuff back to the seller, okay? If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And of course, what works for me might not work for you. If you have really oily skin, you might think that this amount of dewiness is too much. And I totally get that because it is a lot. It really is. I am beaming from afar and I barely put any highlighter on, to be honest. So if you have oily skin, I would say you could probably do without this. You could probably try Charlotte Tilbury's other foundation because I think that is catered to oily skin. But when Charlotte Tilbury says beautiful skin, she meant beautiful skin. This is just... oh, it's gorgeous. I can't stop looking at myself in the monitor. I just think it looks so good. But anyway, let me know if you decide to pick this product up. Let me know if you like it, if you hate it, what your thoughts are. If you have any questions, let them down in the comments below. I will definitely get back to you. And I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. Again, please consider subscribing to my channel. It helps me out a lot. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!